Hello beautiful people, how are we all? I thought I would share a little inspiration, I've had today around the word belief. I had the most beautiful little old story last night, and you know how I love my stories, folk tales and fables and all those kind of short stories that carry on through the times. And I thought I'd tell you that story. But I've been thinking a lot about belief and believing in things. And as I was getting dressed this morning, I knew I was going somewhere that wasn't nature-based. I had to go into the town, so I had to sit in traffic, and I knew that I'd be in a bit of a concrete jungle for a time, which is a place where I feel very quickly diminished. Somewhere like that. I love to be around trees. If you know me, you know that already. And nature. So I thought I put on my necklace. This is my special necklace that has an amethyst, and if you can see it, a butterfly, and my inner child, and a labradorite stone at the bottom. And regardless of what this is what it means to me, is what was important. And this is deep connection to me, a real deep connection to a pure and innocent part of myself, and reminding myself to be playful and curious, especially when I find things most challenging. And so I thought about how magical it is that we have these sort of things. Jewels and gems, and it is not something that you have to have, but that actually something very sacred and special can be in anything. So if you have an experience and you're out in nature and there's a beautiful stone, or you gift someone a little feather that you find, you gift it to them from your heart, then a part of you is carried in that feather for that person. And that's the same with when we wear different pieces of jewellery, or we might have lucky items that we call lucky. It's exactly the same. It's believing whatever energy we're putting into that item is there. So believing it's there is what makes it there. It is just there. And that just feels really magical to me, that whatever you believe in is really there, because you believe it. So here it is, you feel it, you believe it, and you can manifest that into your life. And so I heard this little story, and it goes a bit like this. A long, long time ago, somewhere up in Scotland, this is a Scottish, a Gaelic little folk tale. A long time ago, there lived a king, a magnificent king. Now this king used to love going hunting, and the women who lived in the towns, the villages nearby, knew that this was a dangerous thing, going hunting, an important thing, but dangerous nonetheless. And so they used to gift to all the men that were going off hunting with the king, they used to gift an item that was sacred to them, special to them. They would give it for good luck, a bit like a gypsy might give you a little punnet of flowers. So that's sacred to them, and they hand that to you. But this king didn't believe in all this superstitious nonsense. He used to say, what absolute nonsense. Oh, no, 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 no. What absolute nonsense. I don't believe in all that rubbish. No, not at all. And so he used to go off on his hunting jousts with with all these other men in tow and come home and carry on with his kingly duties of the day. Anyway, one morning he woke up ready for the hunt, and he got all his things ready that he needed for the hunt, gathered all his men together, and as they rode proudly through the village, the women arrived with their little posies and gifts from nature to bring them luck, and the king said, "No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't believe in all that nonsense." So off he went, and it was quite a windy, blustery day, and as the king was exploring on horseback, he was on the very edge of a cliff, and his magnificent horse became scared. Something had blown in the trees, and it made the horse jump, and he jolted, and the king fell off the horse's back, and the horse fell bouncing down the cliff all the way to the bottom. Poor horse. And the king, feeling it such a flap, he stood up, didn't know where he was, and lost his footing, and he tripped, and he managed to grab hold of a plant as he fell, and he was hanging there shouting, "Please, someone, help, help, help me!" And his men rushed over, and they helped him clamber up the other side of the cliff. All pulled him up, and as he stood on the edge of the cliff, phew, safe finally at last. "Oh, goodness," he said, "that plant has saved me. That is a lucky plant. Please, one of you, reach down and cut me a piece of that lucky plant." And this was white heather. And they say from this story, it's supposed to be a true story, of where the belief that white heather was the luckiest of them all. And so the king grew this. He took it home and he grew it outside of his palace, and it would be planted outside all of the doors. So wherever you were coming or going, you would have luck wherever you went. How cute is that? So I thought that was such a sweet little story. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you all find something that helps you to connect to yourself and bring you luck or belief, connection to whatever it is that you seek. But whatever your magic lies in, when you feel that that's where it is, there's no denying it. That's where it is. That's yours, your sacred magic. Much love to you all. Hope you enjoyed my little story. And there's lots more little stories that I've written myself, will be included in my new book, which I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet, but it will be out before Christmas, which is very exciting. We're working on the illustrations. I say we, I have an illustrator doing the illustrations, and they're all magical and enchanting and beautiful little drawings. I can't wait to share them all. You will.